Commanding General YAHANNA will be doing the opening of the Feast of Tabernacles in King James Castle. Finally, the truth about King James, a black man who helped to preserve and safeguard the Bible. Live September 29th, 2023. Commanding General YAHANNA live at King James Castle in Scotland. Come on down and support the I.S.U.P.K. UK. Lift the glass, come and join the brotherhood and drink with the ancient as we celebrate and keep the Feast of Tabernacles for our King Yahweh in King James Castle, bringing his crew of heavy hitters. Commanding General YAHANNA will put 12 chill General Muhammad scripture breakdown class up against anyone, against any biblical scholar, untested, unchallenged, I.S.U.P.K, undefeated. Leviticus chapter 23, the Feast of Tabernacles in a black man's castle, hosted in Scotland, the United Kingdom, UK. Commanding General YAHANNA will be doing the opening of the Feast of Tabernacles in King James Castle, Thursday, September 28th, Scripture Breakdown Class. Friday, September 29th, there will be a King James Castle tour, also a Johnny Walker Distillery tour, and Friday night, the opening of the Feast of Tabernacles. Saturday, September 30th, we will have camp on the streets of England. Sunday, October 1st, the UK Cookout. Monday, October 2nd, the Warwickshire Castle Tour. I.S.U.P.K under Commanding General YAHANNA at King James Castle in England. This is an absolutely monumental, historical event.
Want us to stop. But man, don't we deserve a shot? Don't we deserve a shot to be the Lord's people? Israel, let's do it!
Yeah, are the Matrix? Sham Jeezy, Haratia. When me say U.P.K, UK. Well, anyway, we there a whole a rem span the ends. Me and me dog them a whole a med span the ends. Every man ya so lose friends span the ends. Torment Babylon a put stress pan we head pan the ends. We feel this pan the ends. Every man a try be the next pan the ends, dog. We fly out and one bends pan the ends, but we die out and more dead pan the ends. Where me come from, you lucky if you live long. They in a the war zone, but I no Pakistan. A the place where you juvenile a the big man. Braver you do time, brother, pick one, yo. Man a fi bleach, but I never zone. A the 6 pants and the rifle with kickstand. Quick answer to enemy, them response. You we dead if you a Christian, devil them strong. We say, but it's a trick done. Them one we fall down in a the quicksand. Me killer them where they are London, England. Teach me say the white man him is a trickster. The same struggle man a face in a Kingston. I same struggle them a face in a Trinidad. All the way I go to Birmingham, Brixton. The link strong, it no matter what the distance. Hey, boom. We there a whole a rem span the ends. Me and me dog them a whole a med span the ends. Every man ya so lose friends span the ends. Torment Babylon a put stress pan we head pan the ends. We feel this span the ends. Every man a try be the next span the ends, dog. We fly out and one bend span the ends, but we die out and more dead body them. Once upon a time round ya so did nice, full of vibes, man I play football, shoes aside. If I know football, you like one go shoot your dice. But everything change when me nigga lose him life. Proof of crime, a certain black coffee gets scrutinized. Check every taxi on the route I drive, them youth I ride, them two connive. Man have to sleep at the and shoot a night. And watch your head back, you never know what over time round ya no safe again. Watch out for the hate of them, and the traitor them, and the fake friend dog, the acre tens. No solution for the comments. Babylon says ceasefire, but we nah no faith na them, a sake of them. Make the crime rate so great again, and Jamaica red hot like the equator belt, Jamaica bread. Cause you never break no bread. With the ghetto youth, them you send the Terminator, them dad. So man have to wall a rem span the ends. Me and my dog, them a wall a med span the ends. Every man ya so lose friends span the ends. Time and Babylon a put stress pa we head span the ends. We feel death span the ends. Every man a try be the next span the ends, dog. We fly out and one bend span the ends, but with a yacht a more dead span the ends. Lucky if you live long, they in a the war zone. But an upper Pakistan is a place where you're juvenile a the big man. Pray for you do time, brother, pick one dog. Man have to bleach, but I never zone. A the 6 pants and the rifle with kickstand. Quick answer to enemy, them respond. You will dead if you a Christian, devil in strong hands. A trick done, them one we fall down in a the quicksand. Me kill a them where they are London, England. Teach me say the white man name is a trickster. The same struggle man a face in a Kingston. A same struggle them a face in a Trinidad. All the way go to Birmingham, Brixton. The link strong, it no matter what the distance.
Chemistry cards.
Yo, what about the bumble clot to them boy, man? Bad mind never kill them. Suffocate to no pussy. Yo, status. Tell some boys we don't chat us. Anyway, my dogs go in on the street, them bad. Gun talking up with jeans member. If any somebody ever treat them bad, send the pussy them but meet them God. Louis V kicks pan we feed them bad. Catch a new drip, dub the beat them bad. Look how we just come and we a beat them bad. You know see we is them dad. Hey, but anyway though, this a no playground. The Glock 19, they have to stay round. Nah take no check with me payroll. Anything rise up, play down. Them a send check but they won't. Dog we make it step if they don't. But at the same old, said them want smoke but the grab a ton flame out. A couple gyal a come through. Gyal a WhatsApp what she gonna come to. She a give me tap and she swallow some juice. Gyal a suck cock till me Jonathan blow. Bentley van a come through. Convertible drop top still have a sunroof. The dog them roll strap you want proof. Alright, wanna move. Anyway my dogs go in on the street them bad. Gun talking up with jeans member. If any somebody ever treat them bad, send the pussy them but meet them God. Louis V kicks pan we feed them bad. Catch a new drip, dub the beat them bad. Look how we just come and we a beat them bad. You know see say we is them dad. Jeff say go fuck it up, so we fuck it up. Big up all of me friend them all who me never big up. All who know they are so, I ain't in a cup. Life shake up, you know me friend but that's how we go. Greenfield say we tough, so we a famous. And all who a flip up and a lip up a fill it up. Girl pussy way buff, one give we a fuck. One the pussy boss, one her belly stuff with the fat cock. Nicky me give back shot really. Girl a bad hype up if you're not that pretty. Money say make you know him can't chat silly. Anything we beat we have a fat clock with it. Flick your bad with it, this a chop city. Anywhere we go how we a lock that city. Money in a pocket city, fat Billy. Don't come around if you're not family. Anyway, my dogs go in on the street, them bad. Gun talking up with jeans member. If any somebody ever treat them bad, send the pussy them but meet them God. Louis V kicks pan we feed them bad. Catch a new drip, dub the beat them bad. Look how we just come and we a beat them bad. You know see say we is them dad.
take a second, we reflecting with the light, but this the life, I fucking love it. Wouldn't trade it to be white, now that's alright. I got the right at birth, the devil's redefining work.
Someday you'll pay the price.
No, I don't break a fold, I need and bake the dough, then recreate the flow. They think they making though, what they forsake is so essential. Over lentils, get your issue. Guess who's on this instrumental with you? Gives a damn if we was family, view unread and call it spam. I'm not a fan of Antichrist, they slayed the man, I swayed the Tim like here I am, the son of Sam is taking shots at David Berkowitz. Pussy. A different discipline existed in this New York state of mind. Say since now, no, not the actor, but the year he's effort. Not one thing in mind to grind until this gavel turns his words to mirth from Babel. Front lines of 69, I follow protocol. This kingdom built.
Gotta be ready for when the war starts. Fighting these battles through life, got us accumulating war scars. Nothing is given. We going through these curses while we living. We soldiers on a mission until the dead in Christ is risen. I thank the Lord for Abba Biggins, Most High in Christ, for all the fallen soldiers that I didn't mention. For all the fallen sisters too. Through the years trying to fight back the tears cause we missing you. And I never met Kama War, but I hear stories from the brothers. In the truth, he was a dinosaur. And I know one day we all gotta die. I pray I go honorable like Makata's eye. Fighting through these curses to survive. I vow to keep their name alive. Fallen soldiers, I let my eyes cry through this pen and made my niggas rise again. My fallen soldiers, fighting through these curses to survive. I vow to keep their name alive. Fallen soldiers, I let my eyes cry through this pen and made my niggas rise again. My fallen soldiers. It's war at all costs, they killing us off. We holding on to all thoughts, no memories lost. And you can fall for they snare.
Warrior with the hands, that's what I'm all about. Hunger in my eyes, vengeance in my mouth. They don't want no altercation. Situation gon' get critical. It's best that you be easy. The end gon' be biblical. Look, flow like a river. It's something like a miracle. Royalty in my veins, loyalty in my ways. Payback in every breath, plus revenge in my heart. The truth in every word. Bring light into the dark. And I ain't never lukewarm. Shit, I blazing in the season. Got plenty food for thought. Just gotta watch who I'm feeding. And I been walking with them angels. So I guess I got this pistol for no reason. Niggas barely breathing, criticizing all my achievements. Won't make me weak. Nah, it won't make me slack off. These niggas baby fat soft. Better bear witness or back off. I be ripping shit like sackcloth. Dumb dogs all barked out. My hymen say I cup full. No room for emotion, so I pour my heart out. This road hard, but I intend to stay. And if it ain't UPK, then they in the way. My niggas righteous, they real, they down to suffer. Flow so deep, it'll drown a motherfucker. He say he in the truth, oh yeah? Well, this the home. And I don't hate them brothers, I'm just too loyal to my own. Plus what they believe, hard for me to follow. No rank me, no head, and I ain't leaving this body to live and sleep in hollow. So when they ask I'm UPK, you tell them absolutely. And I ain't trimming my ways for nothing.
gotta execute me. Cause I can never die with my tail tucked between my legs. Shit I be thinking, watching my daughters tucked in their bed. They so smart, and Alana, she so beautiful, but they ain't like other babies, and they daddy far from usual. Now I'm missing cause I'm about my father's business. It ain't about this shit I used to do in that 98 Navy, the tan leather seats. See, without wisdom, this world make you weak. I found out that the truth was bitter, the lies are sweet. Tried everything, I guess me and YAHANNA had to meet. Now I make the blind see, and I make the dead speak, and teach both my little girls the day that they lie with a man, they better bring me bloody bed sheets. Chaos match the time, this Glock match my handpiece, and I ain't trying to take him out, but I will defend this house, or take a check. 144 in that black trench on some hitman shit. She call me 47. Praying for Armageddon. Me and my soldiers dressed for the wedding. Fuck the fame. Ask why, tell them I'm Lord to the king. Until the righteous reign. Lord to the king. I walk that straight lane to break the chain. Lord to the king. Them devils can't have me, bitch. I'm Lord to the king. That's right. Bring that hot flame, UPK. Lord to the king. Until the righteous reign. Lord to the king. I walk that straight lane to break the chain. Lord to the king. Them devils can't have me, bitch. I'm Lord to the king. Bring that hot flame, UPK. Lord to the king.
Yes, Shalom. With the I.S.U.P.K started out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commanding General YAHANNA, and this is our UK podcast, which is on the ends, the 144th episode, with my co-host, Mr. Two Wolves, Dom Gumar. You get me?
Hey,
Blood.
Shalom, Israel.
You saying, man? You get me?
You tell me,
Officially
man.
21 days, man, and counting.
Ooh, wee.
Feast of Tabernacles. Make sure you reach. It's gonna be in Scotland. You can donate using this link right here, man. So luck here. This is the link right here, man. Donate. You know what I mean? It's for the truth. If you can't make it, no sweat, man. But donate, help another brother to get in, man. You know what I mean? Help support the cause, man. The money could go towards certain great, such the food or transportation. You know, what I mean? If you're unfortunate to make it, just donate, man. You know the ones there. But other than that, Dango Boy, if you want to tell him.
And listen, man, listen. We accept dollars, we accept pounds, we accept euros. Listen, we even accept, what is it, dirhams.
The dirham, what's that?
The Dubai one.
Huh?
Is that the Dubai one?
What's the Russian currency called again? Oh, shit. We accept that anyway, man. We accept yen, pound, franc, all that shit, man.
We accept oxen. We'll just cook that for the cookout.
Trust me,
For you people that don't believe tithes is money and all of these things, we accept oxen, we accept sheep, goats, whatever increase you got, you send it to the GoFundMe, man. We'll deal with all of it. Rubles.
So ruble. And shalom to Barack Allah from Canada. You get me? Shalom to Hawaba. Shalom to Yeesh. Shalom to all my supporters, man, that come in every week, man. You know what I mean? Big up to yourself. And Lord allow, man. Say what you get your peas up, man. And make sure you come to the UK cookout, man. Dango Bar, listen, what's the heat saying, man? Fuck.
Listen, it reminds me of it reminds me of Greece. Like today, the weather reminded me of Greece. I stepped outside and the way the heat hits here, it's crazy, man. Like I'm hoping the weather stays like this. So later in September, when we have that cookout, man, and all the brothers is here, I hope the weather holds up to after then. After then, winter can come back. I don't mind. But for now, we need this weather to stretch.
I can't cope, man. I'm dying, man. And you're hearing devils talk about heat wave coming, stay at home. People are getting the days off work. You know what I mean? HR is telling people they get to that day off work. One brother I know in slavery, he meant to start at 8 in the morning. and finish at 5. In slavery, changed the whole thing around so they can start at 6 in the morning when the sun's down, and then they can leave. He can leave about 2. And I thought, "Raw, look at all this, man." So what the oppressor knows about heat, he knows about the effects of heat, and he knows how hot it can be. But in slavery, black man, we was working in that same heat, man.
Right.
And we got no days off work. There was no AC for us. There was no fan. HR didn't say we could start at 6. No one gave a damn. And that's the sad part, man. When it comes to the heat now, we was working in that hot heat, picking cotton, cutting cane, and no one cared, man. And now when it's him, oh, it's too hot, man. When it's him, oh, you can go home early. When it's him, you can start late. When it's him, they put an announcement on the radio, man, and on the TV. Make sure you're wearing loose clothing. If you work certain jobs, you get to dress down a bit, man. If you work in a suit and tie, you get to dress down, you take your tie off, because they care about people, man. But guess what? We worked in that exact same heat, and no one gave a damn about us, man. Let me play a little video I saw earlier about a brother talking about the same thing. Bear with me 1 second. You all seen it?
I can't. No, nothing. Yeah, it's coming up now. Yeah, it's on now.
Let me know if you can hear it, all right? Because
No,
I'm having technical problems earlier. Let me see what I'll go on for this. So these are some brothers talking about the heat, man. Listen carefully to what they're saying. Let me know if you can hear it, Dungabar, yeah.
You go ahead.
British people struggling in this heat wave. Stay strong. Your ancestors colonized entire countries in this heat.
Bro, facts. Wow, yeah, old British people will feel different. If you think for 1 second, I'm pulling up into Africa, into the Congo, in this humidity, and trapping anyone. You've lost your mind. You've literally lost your mind. It's boiling. Also, all day, every day. Shoulder pads, now, food. Get me on the first ship back. Yeah, they're on.
Well, you all heard that, yeah? Mm-hmm. And listen, man, these men are joking, but what they're saying is facts, man. You know what I mean? The British are concerned about the heat and it's so bad, and make sure you don't faint, and make sure you got enough water, making announcements on the internet. Meanwhile, they slave people in the same heat, man. They care about themselves, but they care about themselves and their well-being, but they don't care about black people, man. They don't care about black people. In slavery, we didn't have no water breaks. In slavery, we didn't get to dress down and take our tie off. In slavery, we didn't get to start early or none of that, man. We was forced to work in excruciating heat, man. No one gave a damn, man. It's lucky for the chime in or anything, or.
And all these things they put in place because of the heat, and it's too hot to work. Whereas nowadays they got all these little things where if you're hot, you can go in the shade. They got air conditioning. They have to have air conditioning in certain workplaces if it's too hot. Just think, in slavery there was none of that, man. There was no sunscreen that you could put on, man, to protect your skin. There was no 50 proof. There was none of that, man. There's even a thing. I used it the other day. Have you ever used it? A thing called cooling spray. You ever use cooling spray?
You know what? My mom had some in the house years ago. I never sprayed it,
It works,
Yeah, it's hard. I've never tried
it. It feels like you're spraying air conditioning on yourself. So you spray it and it's like you cool down straight away. And it actually works. I think I might need it for the nighttime. Because in the night times, what's your house like in the nighttime?
Night times are worse, man. Fuck it. You can't sleep. I let the fan loose, man. Yo.
I'm telling you, the nighttime is way worse. Like, while it is with my house, as soon as you walk past a certain step on the stairs, it's like the heat just hits you, man. Sometimes I have to stay downstairs. So just imagine when you're a slave, you don't have the option of staying downstairs. You don't have the option of hiding in the shade. You don't have the option of saying, you know what, I'm going to relax from the work because I'm doing too much. And back then, they was very strict with the amount of water you could get, man. Nowadays, you can have as much water as you want. You can pour water over yourself. Back then, nah, you ain't getting it. Your mouth was muzzled. you ain't getting no water, man. You had to work and work and work. And when we say the oppressor is the devil, people don't understand why, man. You will do this whole cycle until you're 80 years old, and then you will die. You'll do this up until you die. This was your life to make them money, and this is why they're rich till this day, man. Just look at every white boy whose dad brought him a car. His dad can buy him a car. Why? Because your ancestors had to work in that hot sun, man. Speaking of that, you know what? Speaking of slavery, I just got this book the other day in the post. You read this one?
You don't read books like that, man. You're the book man.
Yeah,
Break
this
it down for me, man.
This was a brother who was enslaved from West Africa. So it was him and his sister was enslaved, and they were sent to Virginia. Then they were sent to the Caribbean and England, and he wrote in his own words, and he even mentioned the difference between the African tribes that was there. He knew that it wasn't African because when you read about his life, he will let you know that his customs was circumcision. His customs was when his mom was unclean, she had to go live in another house. And when his mom was unclean, he used to always tap his mama or whatever, and he became unclean too. So he would have to go live in the other house with his mother. And they had also they would have things like they would eat lamb and all of those kind of things like the Passover, which lets you know when we was in Africa, we still had our culture, man. And he even said he used to see other people there who had tribal scars on their face, which is letting you know there was Israelites amongst the Africans, man. And this is a brother who wrote in his own words the difference between what he's seen, and he wrote about his customs, and his customs matched the Hebrew Israelites, man. He talked about being circumcised on like the 8th day, and only do we do that, man, which lets you know we ain't the same as the other people. And he also talks about how the other people would come in the village and round them up, and they sold him and his sister, man. But obviously that's a little bit about the book. So he even knows that in Africa, he even knows that though we lived in Africa, he always knows we was never those Africans. So lucky.
What's his name again? Joseph what?
His name.
Yeah, like an African name, innit?
His name's Alauda Equiano. Aluda Equiano.
I've never really looked into like that still.
To be fair, the book it's not special. Probably just a few pages. Probably just about 5-6 pages.
Oh yeah, man. So let me know. Man. I don't know why we're reading them books. I'm getting into them books hard, man. What he died in England?
From all these books, like you say that again.
I swear he died in England. I lie.
Yeah, it was in England. So I'm sure they say this was the first man that got his freedom. Something along them lines. The first man that got his freedom. So now when they talk about black men being free, this is one of them who they will mention.
Damn. Yeah, man, you're getting the book. Don't know why I got to start doing these classes and these books, man. Cause you're killing us with these books, man. But like we said, we didn't get the privilege of, what these oppressors have, man. We didn't get the privilege of, we couldn't speak to HR and say they're working me too hard. We couldn't speak to, we couldn't say, I'm being treated unfairly. We had to work in the sun and shop, man. There was nothing put in place for us. We didn't get no breaks. We didn't get to wear loose clothing. We didn't get to, demand for aircon, demand for a fan. We had to just work and shop, man. And any man that weren't swinging a machete and cutting cane would get his back whipped, man.
Right.
We get castrated, man. We get, what they call tarred and feathered, man. We get ripped in half by 2 horses. That was our life, man. Oh, man, listen. Oh, have you heard about who's heard about the prisoner that escaped to England, man? Listen, I thought these things only happen on movies, man.
Yeah.
So apparently there's a terrorist that makes fake bombs, was locked up in Wandsworth Prison, South London, escaped here wearing a chef's outfit, holding on to the bottom of a truck, man. And they can't find him. Still can't find him. And they think that he might have left the country. Listen, man, you can't make this up, man. I can't believe it. I thought these things only happen in movies, man. This man is loose to roam the streets of England to make more bombs, man. Listen, man, England ain't safe, man. I thought this only happened on Mission Impossible. This only happened on 007, James Bond. There's a terrorist at large in England, man. Free at large, man. What is going on? First and foremost, it's hot in the month of September, but it's supposed to be cold. Then we got the fucking terrorists, man. Hold it onto the bottom of lorries, man. So, let me run the story real quick. You all seen it yet?
Yeah, kind of so.
How did this 21-year-old sneak out of a London prison in broad daylight? He was wearing a prison issue chef uniform, so white t-shirt and red and white check trousers. And he himself to the bottom of the food delivery van. Daniel Cleese, who is suspected of terror offences, is believed to have been working in Wandsworth Prison's kitchen right before he escaped yesterday morning. Big questions being asked about how he managed to get past security and pull it off. Now that he is on his second day, police say he's 6'2" with brown hair and brown eyes. And the police forces and UK border points have been put on notice. He's awaiting trial in the Category B prison. That's the second highest level of security in the country. And now questions are being asked about why he wasn't at a higher security prison. Police say Daniel could be anywhere in the country at the moment. If you do see him, you're advised not to approach. Call 999.
Damn. Did you able to hear that number?
Yeah, kind of was low though, but yeah, I heard it.
I look, man, this man attached himself to a truck and escaped from Wandsworth prison, man. So let me play it again, because everyone said they can't hear it. It's lucky. I can't do my viewers like that. Baby. Jesus.
How did this 21-year-old sneak out of a London prison in broad daylight? He was wearing a prison issue so white t-shirt and red and white checked trousers. And he allegedly strapped himself to the bottom of a food delivery van. Daniel Cleese, who is suspected of terror offences, is believed to have been working in Wandsworth Prison's kitchen right before he escaped yesterday morning. Big questions being asked about how he managed to get past security and pull it off. Now the police manhunt is on its second day. Police say he's 6'2" with brown hair and brown eyes. And all police forces and UK border points have been put on notice. He's awaiting trial in the Category B prison. That's the second highest level of security in the country. And now questions are being asked about why he wasn't at a higher security prison. Now, police say Daniel could be anywhere in the country at the moment. But if you do see him, you're advised not to approach and call 999.
Was that better?
Yeah, kind of was better. But did you see the video of when he climbed up the wall?
Nah. What happened?
Go on YouTube, type in "prisoner escapes climbing up wall," and it will show you how he escaped. So he climbed up a wall beforehand. This takes some skill. This does. Look how he climbs up the wall. This might be the original Spider-Man. So lucky. This might be the original Spider-Man. So like you say that again.
Same guy from London.
Yeah, Clarence, the same one.
Now you're on about the one in America, isn't it?
And is this a different one?
You're the one you're on about. Another guy escaped.
Oh,
today.
that's the one in America. So lucky. How did this one? This is the one that held onto the van, right?
Yeah, this one the one from England held onto the bottom of the van.
You know what? I reckon whoever was driving the van 100% knew.
He's wearing a chef's uniform and got up, man. And this is the issue. Imagine black people, we fill out jail, man, and we can't never escape, man. And guess what? We're not terrorists either. We don't make bombs, man. You know, we're in jail for petty crimes as well as hard crimes too. But so much people are watching us, we can't escape, man. And this is the problem. They're so busy watching black people. I reckon that's how he escaped, man. That's how he was able to just put on a chef's outfit, you know, sneak under the bottom of a van, and no one can't find him. How is it they find us? They find us for the smallest thing. They find us for child support, man. They find us if our MOT ain't paid, man. If our MOT's due up, but this heathen, man, they can't find him, man. And the reason is they're too busy watching black people. That's the problem. So like, yeah.
Right, and they said it's a worldwide manhunt. They said they're doing a worldwide manhunt to find him. But honestly, someone definitely helped him. What probably happened is, what happened is with these prison guards, all it is just regular security guards. So it's not like they even care who escapes. Someone probably helped him. They probably listened to his story and said, "Yo, I'm gonna leave the door open for you and go do ABC." I'm telling you, someone definitely helped him. because the way all these prisons have all these locked doors and cameras, you mean to tell me they couldn't pick him up? Someone definitely helped him, man. And it shouldn't be hard to find him. Like there's only a certain amount of places he can go. While it is, honestly, they ain't looking hard enough. But what did they say? He's left the country.
They said the reckon is making his way to Dover on the ferry. So they blocked that down. But where can he go? If you got no friends or no food or nothing, the only so far you can hide out. But he probably got links and people in high places, man. Must do. That's crazy, man. And they can find us though. Anything we do, they can find us, but they can't find this heathen, man, nowhere, man, in the country. And listen, they better not come to Brum, man. So luck, yeah. You know what I mean? Brum's broke anyway, so there's no point coming here. You heard about Brum being broke?
I heard about the council being bankrupt.
You heard about Brum broke, man. Council bankrupt. So that means you couldn't get an appointment beforehand. Try to get an appointment now, man. If Brum's back, if the council of Birmingham's bankrupt, then that means what? You know what I mean? Gonna be a drop in nurses, a drop in doctors. The bins ain't gonna come. You know what I mean? Brum's turned to a third world country. What, 126 mil, man, in bankruptcy. Listen, black man, Hispanic man, Native Indian man. We gotta just wait and see how Birmingham's gonna end up, man. Gotta see, man. Listen, England's coming to a fall, man. You seeing what petrol prices, energy prices, cost of living going up, and now the whole city of Birmingham bankrupt, man. There's gonna be no bin, man. Everything's gonna be flooded with bins, man. Like what happened before. Gonna be no nurses, no doctors. You're gonna be waiting months upon months for an appointment, man. You're gonna be in serious pain, and no ambulance will come for you. Why? Because there's just no funding. You know, we're gonna have a lack of teachers. Are gonna be overworked. You know, what I mean, school dinners might even be clipped. God knows what's gonna happen, man. You know, what I mean, England's broke, man. And the second biggest city in England, bankrupt, man. That's how we're living. Let me show you the clip real quick. Nah, shit. Internet's slow today, man.
Birmingham City Council, Europe's biggest local authority, has declared itself effectively bankrupt. Only essential spending can now continue.
Why? Look at that, man. For all black people that think that England is infallible, I think that they've made it because they come to England, man. For the oppressor that thought that his country would never fall, man, it's falling, man. You know, when Babylon is falling, man, the country's broke. And when people are in poverty, what happens, man? Crime goes up. Because why? There's going to be a lack of police, so crimes are going to go up. You know what I mean? There's going to be a lack of things for the kids to do, opportunities for the kids to do, and they're going to end up on the streets as well, man. And listen, Lord knows what will happen to England after this, man. It's lucky, man.
And imagine, how's the council bankrupt with all the fines, man? All the people you fined, you would have thought they would have had enough money, man. All the people paying council tax, someone is misusing that money in the office somewhere, man.
That's right.
So, there's somebody in the office somewhere who's misusing that money. Listen, all them £60 fines you've charged me, man, for parking. You're claiming we're parking in the wrong places, and how much they charge? £60, £70?
£60 if you pay it quick enough. Oh, shit.
£60 if you pay it within 14 days, man. You'll be scrimping to avoid paying the 120, man. Every time you come to your vehicle, they put the yellow ticket on the window, man. They put the yellow ticket on the window in the plastic, and then the information's inside.
Oh, yeah. It's sticky as shit, though.
The clean air zone. Listen, the clean air zone money you be getting off people, and it makes sense why they started charging for air, man. Really, what that really means is they don't care about the air. While it is, they're just trying to come out of bankruptcy, man. So now they're trying to charge you for air. Now they're trying to charge you for something that's free, so they can fix the economy, man. I was watching something the other day that said that England might get another prime minister. They said England's on the verge of another prime minister, which is letting you know England is a sinking ship, man. Like all these French migrants. Listen, the other day I must have been bored. I was watching what's that TV show with Jeremy Vine?
The Jeremy
Comes
Vine
on in the
show.
morning. You
Jeremy
gotta
Vine
you gotta have no job to know about the Jeremy Vine show. You got listen.
I swear it's the Jeremy Vine show. Real.
Is the Jeremy Vine show where the all on when the all of the panel where the all on the panel?
Yeah, Jeremy Vine. I forgot Jeremy Vine show. Look.
It was kind of decent as well.
Yeah, Jeremy Vine show. Yeah, come.
Yeah, so on there, was touching on some good topics. There was like all the French migrants are coming to England, trying to come to England. So this is what they said. They said that
Salakia. It's called The Right Stuff.
it's got the right stuff. Yeah, man,
yeah.
that's a pretty decent show. So they was talking about the French migrants. No, they was saying that people should get to France, and then the migrants try and get to England on a small boat. So each migrant pays a trafficker $4,000. So they pay $4,000 to get from France into England. And then on the Jeremy Vine show, they was like, what we need to do is start locking up the traffickers instead of punishing the migrants. If we punish the traffickers nobody would be able to get shipped over. And they was talking about England needs to shut the border. And they was talking about England's economy and how basically what they were saying is now disabled people have to work. They're saying that if you have a disability, you should go to work. And then one of them was like, well, if a man's been in a war and he's lost his arms and his legs, he can do a job using a headset. So I was like, damn. it was like he can do an office job using a headset. So I was like, damn. Listen, I was laughing my head off. I said, he saw something else. They said if he's got no arms and no legs, he can do a job using a headset. And a part of me kind of thought of it like, damn, that's a little bit true. So lucky. I was like, damn.
And that's like that's what England's come to, man. Back in the day, you get paid for your service. You get paid for your service. Now they say, yo, times are hard, man. They give you man a headset. That's cold, man. That's England right now, man. So lucky. That's the life we live in. You know what I mean? You had our fun. And now guess what? Your house is returning, man. These are the signs that it's coming, man. All these rich countries that was living delicious, now they're starting to feel it, man. Now they're starting to feel how it is being black, man. And now these men have to put their headset and go and work, man. So luck, yeah. Where's the money gone? I used to know where the money's gone, man. So luck, yeah. All these taxes man been paying. Where's it gone? Because as black people, we sure don't benefit from it, man.
Right.
You sure don't benefit from it. So I need to know where the money's been going. So luck, man. Yeah. Well, anyway, man, let me get the next video real quick, man. So luck, yeah. Man said, man got his headset. So, Slack, so you see what Ashley D was saying about Top Boy? So the new Top Boys have come out, and Ashley D was saying, this is what Ashley D was saying. He said this after the 5th season, you know, after he made his money. So luck, yeah. He said before. So he goes, Ashley Walter says it would have been ideal if Top Boy was written by a black writer. And Salakia, you know what I mean? I kind of have to agree with him there, man. You know, how's a white man from Ireland gonna write Top Boy, man? How's a white man from Ireland gonna write a film about gonna write a series about black people and how black people live? Number one is white, so you can't relate to white people. Number two is he's not even young. The Top Boy is about young black people, man. It's just disrespectful if me as a black man made a movie about Chinese people, and in the movie all Chinese people eating rice and doing kung fu, they would say that's racist, man. So how was a white man able to write a script about black people, and in the movie all we're doing is selling drugs and throwing acid on people, stabbing people, shit. Black people, we do some good stuff. We do some good stuff, you know. We do raise our kids too. You know, we do. Some of us do go to school. Some of us do have degrees, and some of us, you know, do raise good families. But you won't find none of that in his movie, man. All you find all the bad things black people do. He shows what he thinks about black people, and he ain't considered racist, man. He's considered a good writer. His show is considered one of the best shows that to come out of the UK. When that right there is racist, man. So like, man.
And it shows that how the oppressors see, like Top Boy is how the oppressors see black people. Sometimes we get caught up with how fun the show is, but then when you look at Top Boy, every season of Top Boy, have you noticed there's no end goal to it? Like with Top Boy, half the time you don't even know what it's about. All you know is this man's rivals with this man. Like you don't even know what it's about half the time. Like when Edomites portray black movies, they don't end the movie with everyone coming together and sorting out their differences. They end it with a Solid killing Jamie, something like that. Listen, don't worry, we're not gonna put out no spoilers. We ain't gonna put out no spoilers of the
Talk
new
about phone
season.
today. Talk about phone today. I got phone calls. Yo, what's the problem? You don't ever call? Like, some dick on social media. What's the story, man? Oh, that was pissed, man. I felt sorry for him, man.
She put out the spoiler, man. I was fuming. Listen, please don't be one of those people when you know that everybody wants to watch something and you've watched it before everybody else because you got nothing. You got nothing else to do. Don't put out the spoiler, man. Don't put out the spoiler. Some of us want to watch it. I want
Talk about
to. I want to watch it. I think I
talk
might
about
watch it. I think I might watch it tonight. I'm gonna watch it
talk
tonight and
about-
put out my spoiler by the morning. My spoiler's coming
Imagine-
tomorrow, so luck you.
Imagine he goes, some dick can come and spoil the show, man, because they ain't got no life and they don't work, and they watch it in one day. I was laughing. I was cold, man. I was cold.
How much episodes is there on this one? Some people are saying about 3. Someone said 6.
Only 6.
There's
But
only 6.
honestly, yeah, me personally, I think it was shit, man. I didn't fuck with it, but
You finished it already?
yeah, I don't work, man.
You finished it? Damn.
Yeah.
So what would you say was the best one? Summer House.
Yeah, with Michael and all them, man. Yeah, way better.
Yeah, definitely Summer House would have been the best one. I think what happens is all these films, when they do a part 2 or whatever, they always take it too broad.
You know, the problem is, it's the budget. It's the budget. You know when men are poor and they're working with their resources, it's just nice. And then when they get a big budget, they go crazy, man. Start to put explosions in there and like look. For instance, the other one that put acid attacks in there, which do happen. You know, the breaking man out of jail, which does happen as well. But these things are rare, man. They went too crazy with the effects, and that's what happens when man get paid, man. They got the Drake budget and they go crazy. Fucking Sonny's going to Spain to meet the plug face to face. Then that last season, but it was too much, man. It was too much for me. I just thought, boy, what?
Let me ask you one question. Being that you watched the new one, is that nigga Jamie dead or not?
Jamie dead still is out, man.
I don't reckon he is.
I don't want to say it. I don't want to say it. I've watched it.
I don't reckon he is. But I plan to. While it's sad that I have to watch it because all the spoiler alerts. But like I was saying, with Top Boy and all of those things, it's kind of repetitive. What you'll find is Top Boy is no different to Intent 1 and 2. You know how it's all the same. And you can tell all these movies is how the oppressive views us. Like they never have black men in movies as kings ruling kingdoms or whatever. Like while it is, they never have black men in movies where it's kings fighting other black kings or whatever. They always have black men as peasants fighting other black peasants. They always have you low level, a black man from Brixton fighting a black man from Peckham. Like they never have you as a black man in a position of you see like the Godfather where them men are in a position of authority.
That's right,
With all these black movies like Top Boy, you're always just some black drug dealer that lives with your mom. You're just a drug dealer that lives with your mom. Have you noticed in Top Boy and all these movies, the father's never around. They're always to a single mom. They don't even show the father in the movie. He's not even mentioned in none of these movies. But when you watch movies of the oppressor, the Godfather and all of those movies, they have a perfect family, man. They have a husband, wife. The parents are still together. The scenes is in mansions. They have tigers, lions, everything they could have. Big cars, big money. In these black movies, you live in the flat. You live in the estate. Like you live in the estate where nothing's going on. And they make these movies this way for a reason, man. They portray black people as just some small-time criminals. They portray you as a big criminal, but you're small time. So they portray you as you're trying to be a big criminal, but you're always gonna be small time. They got bloody Sully living by the hiding by the beach and all of those kind of things.
No,
In the rest of the movies, when he hides, he goes.
Canal, it's a canal, man. It's a canal in
No.
the beach. Canal
You see what it is? I got it from the Pot of Paper song where it's like Sully by the beach.
Nah, I don't know what part I'm talking about. It's a canal, man. Fuck yeah. It's mad. It's true. I remember back in the day, we used to remember Grand Theft Auto. What's the one after San Andreas?
GTA 5.
No, I think the one after that when you can pick to be the black man.
Yeah, that's GTA 5. Yeah, GTA 5.
And when you pick the white man, your aim is efficient, your driving's good. No. When you pick the white man, your aim is on point, your driving's on point. And then when you pick the black man, you can't even steer properly, man. You crash. You know what I mean? Your shooting's off. Because that's how they see black people. They see black people as dumb criminals. And they put it out there in the media. And we don't say nothing against it, man. If we used to make a movie about Chinese people and we're talking about they do kung fu, they'll say, you can't say that, man. You ain't Chinese. Meanwhile, what's it? Ronan Bennett is able to make a movie about black people. We love it, man. Disgusting.
I wonder how much he got paid, man.
And what would he know? Let me say, the greatest writer of all time is William Shakespeare, man. And Shakespeare said he would sit in a bar. You sit in a bar, listen to people's conversations, man. That's where you get inspiration. What the fuck was some Irish man know about black people's life, man? He ain't lived in our council estates, man. You know what I mean? He don't know about oppression like us, man. He ain't, he don't know about, your children not coming home or your children joining a gang. He don't know about the peer pressures of being a young black man. What the hell would he know, man? Everything he's going by is hearsay or what is heard, man. It would have been better if a black man wrote Top Boy for real, man. Like what Ash said, it's like, yeah.
Ashley said that because he was white, he scrutinized him a lot. So he's basically saying, I oversaw the story and approved it.
Ashley said, Ashley Touche said that he scrutinized the director. I mean, he oversaw everything he wrote and made that like, oh, that's right. You can put that in there. Don't put that in there. Oh, yeah, right, man. It's like, man.
Well, listen, Kano's a sick actor, though, isn't it?
Who's Sully? Yeah, come on, man. For that one, he name it Kano no more, man. Sully, man. Sully, my dog, man.
You know what? London's got quite a good few actors, to be fair. I can't lie. I think right about now, the UK actors are catching up to the American actors now.
Yeah, there's some good ones out there, but they're mainly ham though. Like Lamar from BMF was a bad boy actor, and
Franklin from
Dancing Idris, hard as wet though. He's a gal clown, but it's good out there, man. It's good still. But Sully, well, you can't fuck with Sully, man. And what about Nole, man? When did Nole get so big, man? Anyway, we're moving forward, man. Salakia.
What's Nole in Top Boy as well?
Yeah, he's in Top Boy.
Listen, I can't remember what Nole looks like. Damn, Bracket Ali said he heard Sully is Cooley.
You know what it could be, you know why? What, like, in his profile, he's all put a Jamaican flag there, and his mum's dark like me, so I just think, huh? Is he that white then? He was like, nah, I'm a yard man. He said that's a yard man. I was like, that's even red.
Nah, listen, we gotta find out this. We gotta find out this right now.
Nah, man, Kano's just light skin, man. Fuck it. We're not going
Let me find out.
You won't find it? I've tried. I even had him on social.
Get me? I can't have.
Yeah. I saw his mom dark, so I thought, it doesn't even light skin or white, man.
Kano's not that light.
You get me? So I don't know.
I can't have some Cooley kill my brother Jamie. I can't have that. Hold on. we can't have that.
You won't find it. I'm telling you straight. I've tried. He just goes born to Jamaican parents. No one knows. It could be. Oh, who knows?
Let me see if I can find it.
Better not be, man. Just say it can't be, man. It can't be. Can't be, man. Kill him, man. It weren't much of an MC, but yo, Sully, Gerard Sullivan. You won't find it? I'm being serious.
We might have to send him a DM. We might have to DM him.
We gotta know this. You gotta know this, man.
Nah, it just says he was raised by Jamaican parents.
We'll claim him like how Masters. We'll claim him until otherwise.
Why you say
You know what I mean?
Why you say we'll claim him?
We'll claim him for now. Bracky Ali, what's your sauce, man? Yeah, exactly. We got a question, Barack. Barack, Bracky Ali, what's your sauce,
And
man?
Bracky Ali, what's your sauce?
You can't be throwing out these claims, man. So lucky.
And Bracky Ali, what's your sauce, man? We need the sauce.
The Bible says prove all things, man. You can't be disrespecting like this, man. So lucky, we're gonna hold on to that for now. You know what I mean? Well, let's move on anyway. For the time being. So this some silly sisters that I saw the other day, man. Do some dumb shit. So lucky. Let's play that real quick. You all seen it?
I'm not looking for everybody. If girls gonna be a man with standards, not stop take up butterfoot man who can't take care of oh no. Stop take up man. You know, you know, get 2023 hours.
Listen, man, that was disgusting, man. Listen, these sisters, they take man off their mind. The sisters gotta take man off their mind. Right about now, what they talking about is school, man, and school books. What they gotta be talking about is, you know, that pop quiz, man. Talking about what man you can get this, man. Don't get no brok, man. Don't listen, forget, man. Right about now, you don't know nothing about, man. The only man you should know is your dad and your school teacher, man. Your school teacher, and then books you better read. Have hidden in books, man. Stop talking about, man. And guess what, black man? Guess what? When you send your kids to school, you gotta watch out for girls like this, man. The Bible goes, keep your daughter inside, man. You know, I'm paraphrasing. It goes, if your daughter have no shame, keep it inward. And this, you gotta keep your daughter away from women like this, man. Because she's around women like this. Guess what? She's gonna go out there and try to find a man. And these women know these girls, man. These women know so much about men. They know everything about men, yet they can't find a good one. Talk about my whole life. All I heard a woman say, a good man does this, and a good man does that. And what you want to do is find a man like this. And yet none of you can find one, man. You don't know nothing about men. Leave the whole man thing to us, man. Leave it to your father, man. If you're a woman, you're a little girl and you're in school, you keep going to school, man. And you worry about that. You worry about your future, man, to your father, man. When you're old enough, you don't worry about that. Listen, you're 16, you're turning 18. Listen, we got a man for you in waiting. You don't even know that. We got a man ready. I like that, boy. We got a young brother waiting for you, man. We think suitable for you to marry, man. Don't be worried about, yeah, man, pick up a man that got this. Pick up a man that got that. What you want is this or what you want is that. My whole life, every woman swears they know what they're doing. Don't know what. You should hear them sometimes. Just hear them on the phone. Now, what do you do? Don't check him. Check a man like this. Now you want a man with a car, man. You want a man that respects your body, your mind, and soul. And guess what? None of them can find a real man. They don't know what they're doing, man. You need to choose them to us. You know, I got daughters, and guess what? They ain't choosing none of their husbands, man. They ain't got no clue. They don't know that. They don't know down the bar that there's some young brother in the school, man, the same age as them. And I got my Iron Man brothers already, man. Looking at analyzing these brothers, they ain't got a clue, man. They ain't got a clue. And likewise, man, these sisters, I've seen women in their 30s, 40s, 50s, and they know so much about men. They know what a good man is and what a bad man is, and you ain't marry him. Don't go for him. Girl, you deserve better than that. You don't need a man like this. You need a man like that. Meanwhile, none of them can find a good man.
Right.
Meanwhile, none of them. The amount of heartache that they got, the amount of different children they got by different men, but yet they know so much. You know nothing, man. We know about men. What you need to do in your uniform, you listen to your school teacher, keep your head in them books, go home, revise, and study, man. And we'll worry about that, man. In fact, if you could talk about Salak, you read a scripture about marry your daughter, and you've done a heavy matter. Or weighty matter, I think the Bible says, man. Leave that for your husband, man.
Do you remember which precept it is? I know it's Ecclesiasticus somewhere. Is it about 25 or something?
I'm quoting the exact words, marry thy daughter. Yeah, man, 7:24. 7:24, man. Ecclesiasticus 7:24. You let us work, man. You ain't got a clue what you're doing. The parents ain't got a clue what they're doing. Grandma ain't got a clue what she's doing. Women ain't got a clue, man. They don't know what they're doing. I heard so much. I've heard so every celebrity to the left, every talker, every talk show knows so much about men. Meanwhile, they can't find one. You know what to pick, man. Get that thing, Baba Kushar.
The book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 7 and verse 24. Has thou daughters, have a care of their body, and
The
show.
Bible says, do you have a daughter? Have a care of their body, man. You meant to care who they're having sex with, man. You know, you're talking about, just like, for instance, I don't want to spoil anything, but on Top Boy, man. You see that on Top Boy? You see that on Top Boy, man? Mother's talking about, just wear a condom. Yeah, just be just kids, kids double bar in a room alone, and mother's talking about, just wear a condom, just be safe. The Bible will have a care for their body, man. No man should be touching them. You're meant to care for the body, you're meant to care who they're talking to, you're meant to care about who wants to get in your daughter's pants, man. Not talk about what she's of age now, As long as she's safe, I don't mind. And that's a new thing too. As long as she's safe with it, I don't mind. You have fun, just be safe. Nah, man. You meant to care for their body, man. Keep it in.
And show not thyself cheerful toward them.
And don't show yourself cheerful. They're not your buddies, not your friends. You are the parent, they're the child, man. Keep it in.
Marry thy daughter, and so shall thou.
And the Bible goes, marry your daughter, man. Don't let her pick. Don't say, oh, dad, I saw one guy got a nice smile. You ain't got a clue, man. She likes anything. Any man that can make her smile, any man that can make her laugh, any man with nice white teeth, she likes, man. She don't know what to pick. Any man with a car, she gonna bust it open for him, man. The Bible goes, you marry your daughter, man. You find the man that she's supposed to marry, man. Keep it in.
Marry thy daughter, and so shalt thou have performed a weighty matter.
When you marry your daughter, you've performed a weighty matter, a heavy matter. A heavy matter, man. Something that's big and important. That's what you do when you marry her, man. If you don't, she's gonna think that she's clever. Like what the sister said here. One line women use, you gotta kiss a few frogs before you get to your prince, man. You know what I mean? In the movie Top Boy, you know what I mean? You hear a woman saying about, you know what I mean? Just be safe, just be responsible, and don't have no children. Make sure you don't have no children. And that is considered good advice from a parent, man. That is considered good advice from a woman. That is the worst advice you can give a child, man. It's lucky, Dunga Boy. I know you want to chime in. It's lucky.
And all the time, you like you said, you hear the term, a good man does this, a good man does that. So if you're a man and a woman's telling you about a good man does this and a good man does that, you should ask her, have you ever had a good man and what happened with him, man? Have you ever had a good man? I guarantee you. And ask, when she says she's had ask her if she ever had a good man. That usually the answer is going to be no. But if the answer is yes, ask her, then what happened with him? Why aren't you still with that good man now? Because women don't like to take accountability, man. They don't like to take accountability. So ask them, and then ask them, well, if he was a good man, why are you still not with him, man? Find out if she's the problem in the whole situationship she was in. He was a good man. Like, what you'll find is, question, have you ever had a good man? All of them will say no. They'll say niggas ain't shit, and they don't take accountability. Say men are trash. Listen, man, you can't be having sex with a man and then saying men are trash. Because if men are trash and you're having sex with them, then what are you? I expect that from a woman who ain't sleeping with nobody, man. If you're a woman and you've got a sexual partner, you should not be saying that men are trash, man. You should not be saying that men are trash. And don't listen to these Christian women. Listen, man. Christian women are about the evilest women on the face of the planet, man. A Christian woman will be with a man. She'll be with a man. She'll have sex with him. And then after a few times, she'll say to him, no more sex until marriage. That sounds like some blackmail to me, man. Cruffy, imagine your rib says, Cruffy, imagine you've had sex with your rib already and she tells you no sex till marriage. Imagine that. She tells you no sex till marriage. Like, what are you supposed to do? What's a man supposed to do? Women know, obviously, men and women are supposed to have sex, man. And you're going to tell this man no sex before marriage. Crawford, just imagine one of your ribs you've been with for a while, and she finds some new religion, some new garbage religion called Christianity, and she comes to you and says no sex before marriage.
After you done sex with us,
Listen, man.
It feels crazy as well. How you gonna go to? Like, how's a woman gonna choose a man? Like I said, she ain't got a clue. You're mad, Dunga Bar. if you watch shows like Love and Hip Hop and so forth, you see grown women in their 40s having conversations about men. And I sit back and think, you're having a conversation about men. These are young girls are supposed to be having these conversations. Like at 40, you should have this whole thing mapped out.
Right.
You should, like, for instance, like young women shouldn't talk about what young women shouldn't be discussing the same things that big women talk about, because big women have went through it already and they've got it mapped out now. They've sorted it now. Young women don't. Older women don't make the mistakes that young women make. You know what I mean? Like, puppy love and so forth, because they're mature now. But when it comes to men, you better believe, Dungabar, somewhere in England, there's 40-year-old women talking about, 40 love me, 40 this, he used me, or all men ain't shit. Listen, you don't know what you're looking for. You obviously don't know how to choose a man. How I expect it's from young girls, man. How is it you and young girls having the same conversation that men ain't shit, man? You should have it mapped. At this age, you should have it mapped. You should not be having this conversation. Young girls who are 16 should be having this conversation. Girls at 16 should be crying and saying, I thought you loved me, and I thought this. At this age, you should know how to pick a good man, but you don't. And that's why you should make us pick a man for you. You don't know what to look for, man. So okay, man. Next one anyway. So this is another thing that pisses me off to the core, man. This is what I'm tired of. I'm tired of people that watch 2 YouTube videos, man. And now I'm sick of it, man. This is what the Bible says, yeah. Profess not. What's it? Rephrase this, me. Profess not the knowledge that you don't have. I'm paraphrasing.
Something along them lines. I can't remember how it goes, but I know what you're on about.
Bible goes, don't profess the knowledge that you don't have. Meaning, if you ain't a plumber, you ain't got the knowledge, man. So don't be talking about plumbing, because you ain't got the knowledge to be a plumber, man. If you ain't a doctor, don't talk doctors talk, man, because you know doctor, man. I'm sick of people thinking that they're lawyers, man. They watch 1-2 YouTube videos and they're harassing the police, telling them, "So are you under your oath? You can't arrest me. Under the act of so and so and so, you can't arrest me." Shut up, man. And another thing I'm sick of people thinking that they're doctors. I'm sick of people thinking that they know best and what you got to do is drink this and have an alkaline diet and drink apple cider vinegar and drink. What do you know, man? All you watch is 2 YouTube videos, man. How do you know that garlic works against a cold or works against this? Listen, you've never looked under the microscope, man.
So, Lucky, if I could real quick.
Go on.
Does this apply to them Jamaican remedies that I've been saying don't work for years? Them Jamaican remedies. This is a perfect example of them Jamaican remedies. all that little rum and lemon nonsense. Just go get a beach chums. Go get a beach chums. So Lucky.
Jamaicans say, drink coconut water, man. It'll wash off your heart, man. And that's scientifically impossible. You can't wash off your heart, man. So a lot of these things, listen, man, unless you've been under a microscope and know what you're looking for, you don't know nothing, man. I'm sick of people thinking they know it all because they watch one video. And, you shouldn't eat that, They put aspartame in that. And aspartame. How do you know, man? I watched it on YouTube. Look, fuck all that. How do you know? I want to see you with a microscope looking at aspartame and seeing the cancer cells, man. Other than that, man, shut up, man. So what's happened now is YouTube are cracking down on these videos because they're harmful, which is true, man. It's actually harmful, man. YouTube now cracking down these videos of people professing knowledge that they don't have, man. And it reads, YouTube set to begin verifying healthcare content creators to crack down on misinformation. And that's what you're getting. A lot of people misinforming people, man. Telling them that they should do this and telling them that they should do that, man. Let me tell you something. Imagine this, Dunga Boy. Imagine you got cancer and you're listening to some clown telling you don't get chemo, man. You don't get these things destroy families, man. It's like, carry on. It's like, it's a quick thing. Dizarf us and beach of his teeth.
He goes beach of his teeth.
Beach of teeth idea. Nephew kills COVID. Red nephew kills COVID. Bro.
Nah, man.
It's like a big word.
Red nephew kills COVID. but it's crazy, you know why? Because like certain things, people have cancer or whatnot, and they won't have chemo, but they'll listen to someone. They'll listen to someone that's never had cancer in their life. They will listen to someone. Listen, it's like it's like, let's say eBay, for example. Everybody knows you don't buy something off someone with 0 reviews, man. The man telling you about he's got the cure for cancer and the cure is to eat oranges or whatever he says, or whatever he says. He's got no reviews to prove what he's saying, man. these hospitals and chemo, they have reviews, man. They have statistics. The person that you're listening to has no statistics, and you're gambling with your life. Imagine, instead of listening to a doctor, you're going to listen to a random man that's never been to medical school. And this ain't like Call of Duty where you can respawn, where you die and come back, where you respawn. If it goes wrong, you just respawn. This ain't like a video game where you can press pause and restart. This is your life you're playing with, man. Once you listen to this man who's a lunatic, it's not gonna work, man. And there's some next lunatic trying to sell. I think he was trying to sell some black seeds, talking some nonsense, man. Trying to sell some chia seeds, talking some nonsense, that making that chia seeds heals you and all of these things. You need to stop listening to these people, man, who's never been to medical school. And I'm so glad that YouTube's cracking down on it, man. Instagram need to crack down on it too. Because on Instagram, I see so much people calling themselves a public speaker, man. I see everyone on Instagram's now a public speaker. I seen some lunatic girl on Instagram thinking she's a podcaster. Imagine they putting their name podcaster, and you don't even have a podcast, man. What you do, you just go live on Instagram. That's all you do. All you do is you go live on Instagram and give out a ton of misinformation. Listen, man, stop listening to these people with no credentials, man. There's people that will tell you natural remedies. You must mix up this plant and that plant, and natural remedies is better than the tablets. Listen, man, I've got medical books, and they will tell you that there's not enough research done on certain plants and so forth. But they will tell you they've done all the research on the tablets that they sell, man. They will tell you they've done a ton of research, and they would let you know which ones is safe and which ones isn't safe. You make out like they make tablets to kill you. They don't do that, man. These things that they make, it has to pass testing. You do know it goes through the people make it. It goes through scientists. It goes through testing before it can be approved, man. Before it can be approved, it goes through a ton of testing, and then they will say, "Nah, this is too dangerous." Like, say for instance, if they had a cure for cancer, the reason they probably do have one, the reason why they probably don't give it to you, why? Because the side effects outweighs the benefits, man, and it don't pass the testing. So they test these things. They send it to a different amount of scientists, and all of these people work in different fields. One man's the scientist, one man makes it, one man does all of this, and it goes through different testing methods, man. Whereas this man trying to sell you a random plant out his back garden, he put a seed in his back garden and grew a plant and mixed it with something else and tells you this cures cancer. That ain't been tested by nobody, man. And you do know. Wait. Sorry to get all scientific and whatnot, or whatever you want to call it, but you do know, all these people that deal with herbs, you do know back in the days, the medicine wasn't the whole plant, man. It was just a part of the plant that was the medicine. Now, with plants, sometimes there could be a part of a plant that harms you, and a part of it could be medicine. You need to know how much of the dosage you're supposed to take. So don't listen to these lunatics. I realized whenever these idiots diagnose you with anything, they don't even give you a dosage. At least with tablets, they say take 2 every 4 hours. These crazy people that give you a plant, when do they ever give you a dosage? They don't, man. This is what they do. Tell you boil the whole plant and drink it. That's what they tell you. Stop listening to them, man. They can't even give you a dosage, and it ain't been through no testing or nothing, man. You're just gonna kill yourself. If I was you, I would go to the doctor and I would listen to a man who studied this profession for years, man. I'm yet to see a man who just gets a plant out his back garden, cure anyone of gunshot wounds. I'm yet to see them put tubes down people's throat and clear their airways, man. I'm yet to see them do that. I'm yet to see them do a professional amputation. I'm yet to see them do any of these things. All they do is give you a plant from their back garden, man, and tell you this is gonna heal you, and you're gonna die, man. Listen, Dr. Sebi had all these medicines and died of a headache, and was it a headache he died of?
So I can't remember. I know the same man that told you don't go hospital was evil. In the hospital, man.
Could have saved Dr. Sebi with the ibuprofen. Why is it ibuprofen? Why is it? We could have saved him with a paracetamol, man. Could have gave him a paracetamol. Could have saved him, but niggas don't want to listen. So luck you.
And actually, it's a good thing because this misinformation is dangerous, man. It's dangerous. Some people harm themselves thinking like they cure cancer. My uncle told me that apricot seeds cure cancer. He looked about cancer, you know.
Damn.
Cancer. If apricot seeds cure cancer, apricot seeds will be £1 million, man. You mean tell me the cure for cancer is on the shelf for £2,
Right.
£3 for a big bag, £5 for a bigger bag? Nah, man, it's not true, and it hasn't been tested. All he's done is watch a couple of YouTube videos, and he thinks he knows the cure, man. And people listen to that and die. And let me tell you something, man. Let me tell you something also, man. This is proper dangerous because you loved ones will get lost. You harm your children thinking that you know everything, and you don't. And these same people that swear they got the cure, they don't listen to it themselves. Bob Marley was a herbalist, man. He believed in the eye talent, you know what I mean, the herbs, man. And when he had cancer, he was on chemo, man. On chemo. Now imagine you talking about now I'm a Rasta, man, I'm pure, man, I'm eye talent. You know what I mean? I'm not taking the chemo. Meanwhile, the man took chemo himself, man. Listen, like when the Bible goes, honor their physician. These men are physicians, man. They've been taught, man. They've been trained, went into university, studied under the microscope and everything, man. Listen, don't go out like that, man. Don't be a man listen to some nut. I think that he knows everything. He don't, man. I'm gonna play a video on Dr. Sebi real quick, man. I'm gonna show you something, and hopefully you can point it out. So this is something that Dr. Sebi, one of his inventions, apparently. Apparently, Dr. Sebi found the cure for male pattern baldness. Talking about found the cure, you know. Get me, your man going Turkey getting hair transplants. Akon, all the man that's spending millions. Meanwhile, this man found the cure, man. Watch this.
Want to grow your hair? Stick around. This hair growth oil was discovered by Dr. Sebi, a holistic healer, while in the Honduras. He used it to cure numerous patients with hair loss and balding. The oil is extracted from a plant known as La Flor de Batana, and is so powerful that big hair companies are trying to get rid of it. What is it called? It's called Batana oil, sold by the brand Dr. Truth. This oil remineralizes the scalp and causes hair growth, even with damaged or receding hair. It also works for men trying to grow a beard that are unable to due to a lack of testosterone. There are a lot of fake, low-quality Batana oils out there, but I found the only brand that sources natural, high-quality Batana oil. You can get it by clicking my profile link before it gets taken down for good.
Listen, if you didn't notice, that's a hustle, man. You notice how in the end of it, this man he dropped. You can buy it by clicking his link. And how do you know it's a hustle, man? Because Dr. said he's bold himself, man. Fuck it up. You mean tell me you get the cure to boldness? You bold yourself. Listen, man. If that was a cure to boldness, it wouldn't be £15 on the shelf in Holland and Barrett's, man. Men are spending £2,000 getting hair transplants, man. £2,000 getting hair transplants. Why would they do that if they could buy oil, man? It's a scam. That money ain't real, man. Just like the cure to cancer, if the cure to cancer, the cure to AIDS, if there was one, it would cost thousands and probably millions of pounds, man. It wouldn't be apricot seeds, £5 on Tesco shelf. So look,
and you mean to say all this medical science and the physicians missed the £5 product on the shelf? After all this study, they didn't figure out the £5 product on the shelf. And listen, man, all these hair growth things is scams. All of these things is no different to weight loss pills, man, believing that they're real. Now some of them suppress your appetite. Now, you thinking you're going to take a pill and you're going to lose 2 stone. Life don't work like that, man. Listen, I know people who's been trying to lose 10 stone and taking them pills, man, and they're still big as could be, man. Them pills ain't working, man. The way you're gonna lose those 10 stones is changing the diet and exercise, man.
That's right.
You don't have to buy nothing over the counter. You're thinking you're gonna buy these weight loss pills and all of these things. It don't work, man. It's a hustle. They sell you some little tablet that you probably pay £30-40 for, thinking you're gonna lose 10 stone, thinking I'm going on holiday next year, I'm gonna lose 10 stone. Them tablets ain't gonna work, man. Bearing in mind, Craft, listen, you're still eating all the junk in the world, but this little tablet's gonna make you lose 10 stone. Listen, man, it's a hustle, man. You thinking all these over-the-counter products is gonna work, man? You thinking I'm gonna drink one protein shake and I'm gonna blow up like Popeye, man? It don't work like that. There's all these little gym products to try and sell you, man. Listen, Crawford, they sell you these little gym things where they sell you these little The side of these little waist trainers that women think works. Like, women think it works. Listen. They put the waist trainer on their waist, and as soon as they take it off, the waist just comes out like a blows back out like a balloon. It blows back out like a balloon. Listen, man, save your money, man. Forget these little £20 products. The only thing that's gonna work is you go into the gym and doing some exercise, thinking that waist trainer is gonna give you that super thin waist. As soon as you take it off, you see your waist coming back out. You're looking down disappointed, thinking I should have saved my £20 on this waist trainer. So lucky, I yield. I yield.
What he says is absolutely correct, man. There's one way to lose weight, and that's just going through the hard times, man. You know what I mean? Starving at night time, go in gym. Even for men, you want to get big. Stop trying to buy these. What's that? That electric toner to get abs. Shit don't work, man. You know one day.
Lucky, I had one once upon a time. I had one. Listen, I was sitting down getting the electric shock way all the time. It's like an electric shock. I'm getting the electric shock. Tell my rib I'm gonna get some abs. Listen, that didn't work at all. So I know firsthand it don't work.
It don't work, man. There's one way to do it, sisters and brothers, man. You gotta go to that gym, man. You have to burn and get on that treadmill and do them push-ups, man. Or them, pop a tablet. It's lazy, man. So you want to eat chips. You want to eat fish and chips, eat doner kebab, and somehow this, have a look away. So I don't work like that, man. Yeah, go for it. I like us black man. Listen, stop being hustled, man. You know what I mean? If you're not telling me the cure to cancer is in some gel. Is this aloe vera gel? The cure to male pattern baldness is a cream. If that were the case, listen, all men hate to go bald. All men say, oh shit, I'm going bald, man. And you mean to tell me the cure to it is on the shelf in Tesco for £15? Come on, man. We gotta stop being so gullible, man. It's ridiculous, man. When we play next video, man. Listen, before I play this, I don't want no sisters getting vexed at me, man. But this is something I saw. I don't know what to think about it. Let me know what you think about it. I don't want to get involved, man, because these sisters are, you know what I mean, might bite my head off. So now, boy, listen, is it wrong here that there's so much women
what is you got to play it again because it was jumping?
All right, 2 6. Let me know if it jumps right. Some of these are dodgy. Was that better?
It still jumped. What was he saying? I just heard him say, "Is the gas done?" It was jumping in the middle. All I heard him say was, "Is the gas done?"
Wait, let me see. I'll try to play a different way. 1 second.
Where was they? Look like those in the KFC or something.
Yeah. Right, try it this way. Let me know what you're saying.
Cook! When the gas done, that's much man on the line. Mad enough.
So listen, is it wrong that there's so much women in the KFC line?
What they should have said to him is, what they should have said to him is, why are you in here and why ain't your woman cooking for you? Your woman must not be cooking for you. That's why you're in here too. That's what they should have said to him. They should have said to him, "Is your woman's gas done? That's why you're in here." That's what they should have asked him. Well, I don't know. It's not. Well, it is. He don't even know people's circumstances. He don't know if they cooked all week and this is their one day off. He don't know if they've been if they've cooked all week, if they've cooked all month, and this is their one day off, they're allowed to go and order food, man. Like I don't understand what he thinks this is. Listen, man, let that sister get that KFC if she wants the KFC, man.
That's right.
He goes, is the gas done? Why is there so much women in the line, you know? I think he was probably joking, though.
Nah, clearly joking. I wanted to know what people thought about it, man. Was it wrong that there's so much women in the line, or is it cool, or you know what I mean? It's wanted to know the opinion, what people say, you know what I mean?
You don't know if they just finished work.
Sisters are saying what? They're saying they're allowed a day off, and they're allowed a one takeaway. I say, however, I'm gonna cook 6 days minimum. You know, everyone's getting on it, man. So, but there was quite a bit of women in the queue still. You know, he's saying quite a lot. You know, quite a lot. Even with the cost of living, that quite a lot of women. But yeah, as I said, women are allowed a day off, so you know we'll leave it as that. You know what I mean? It could have been that one day off, isn't it?
To be fair, there was a ton of them in the queue still. How much was in the queue?
But again, that queue still can't lie, still was loads. But we'll put it out. It probably was a Friday. So we'll leave it as that. Yo. What is that, man?
Yo, they need to. I don't know, man. What's that song? Cook recipe book.
Yeah,
what's that song even called?
Called Cook by Alexis.
Let's go.
Yeah. Cook, man. You know what I mean? Nothing's more attractive than a woman that can cook still. I'm not getting at this woman that had the one day off. You know what I'm saying? That's more nice when you come back, you woman got a nice plate for you, man. You know what I mean? Don't be wrong. Sometimes you really might order food or whatnot, but not as more attractive than when you got a home cooked meal, man. So luck, yeah. You know what I mean? That's all that makes. So this one goes to Dungabar and Barack Yala keep having a back and forth about UK racism and Canada racism. You know what I mean? So this is a video talking about UK racism in opposed to USA racism.
You know, it's funny because even you said that, I like to think, man, when people ask me about the difference and stuff, people, I remember saying America knew, like as a country, a concept, well, as a concept that it is now. So I like to be like, yo, like, America have like grads, like maybe once in elementary school racism. So it's still loud, it's still, you know, the big numbers on the wall so everyone can see. Whereas I'm like, England is like a PhD, so it's very sophisticated. You know.
That's exactly how I describe it.
Yeah, so
they're in a toddler phase.
Yeah, them still are shout, you know. So I think the micro of microaggressions, which again, I'm gonna say it, and people are gonna be like, "What is that microaggression, not Johnny?" It's like, "Oh, well done," and I'm just like, I know something's in there. I know it.
Because it's all in the weird thing about British microaggressions, it's all in tone. You can't write a complaint about tone. It's just like you giving me a very small. I'm like, how do I explain that this is coded?
Listen, she's absolutely correct, man. People think that racism is, you know, doing the Hitler salute and, you know, calling you a nigger to your faces, and it's not, man. You know, racism is what deported the Windrush, claiming that their papers ain't right, man. Racism also is what coming black people into council states. You know what I'm saying? Well, this is the only houses we got for you. Racism is what inviting the Afghans over. Meanwhile, you're not treating black people right. That is also racism too. So people think that because England don't have what what's the brother's name? Because England don't have Trayvon Martins, or England might not have a lot of Tamir Rices. You think England ain't racist? Because, you know, the police don't kill black people in England outright like they do in America. But like what the brother said, England is sort of racist, man. These police will pull you over. They'll still deport you. They'll make, you know, certain comments. They'll, you know, up the prices in your area. Glenfell Tower was in an impoverished area, man, where black people dwell. And guess what? In that flat, they had no fireproof cladding. Meaning what? Because black people lived there, they didn't care about the well-being of their safety. Had no sprinklers, man. and people in that flat burned to death. That's how England did erase them. But it's the racist nonetheless. Slovakia.
Yeah, England's racism is more. They don't give you jobs that you deserve. England's racism is charging you double rent. England's racism is a Pakistani man giving a house to his another Pakistani for cheap, and they're renting it for you for double the price. While it is, you think they don't laugh behind closed doors? You think they don't laugh and be like, "Yo, we got these black people paying this much on the rent"? That's racism, man. They do all of those things. Well, it is they take like even in jobs, they take care of their own people. Imagine like what you'll find is in jobs, everybody takes care of their own people, and then when a black man gets a manager's position in any job, he becomes worse to black people than anybody else, man. I don't know if you've ever had a black manager. That is one of the worst things you could get right now, man. Have you ever had a black manager?
Yes, I mean this.
Oh, Mike, was it Mike?
Remember that stigma. Remember that stigma we had. I'm not sure if you know the stigma about a black bus driver. Mama say, listen, don't fuck with them black bus drivers. They might make sure you got the proper fare. If your fare ain't right, you ain't getting on. Remember everyone say that the black bus driver, the black shop. Don't go to that black man shop. That man he won't let you off 10 pence. He won't this. When a black man comes in power, boy, sorry, carry on, number one.
Yeah. If you've ever had a black manager under slavery, he looks down at you, and if you're messing up on the job, he looks at it like, because I'm black and you're black, I don't want them to think I'm like you. So it comes down on you, because he don't want the oppressors that he loves so much to look at him like he's you. So he almost treats you horribly. He can't stand. Listen, man. One time I had a black manager. As soon as I walked in, he just couldn't stand me, man. He just hated me with a passion. One time, I remember one time he took me in the office. This is years ago. I must have been about 16, 17. He took me in the office. He said, "Yo, I don't know why you're messing about at work. You need to know yourself because I know where I come from." That's what he said to me. And I was thinking, well, you're having sex with a white woman. You don't know that much about yourself.
That's right.
I was thinking in my head, well, my woman's black and yours ain't, so I know where I come from. But obviously I couldn't say it. I would have been out of a job. So I had to just say, "Okay, Mike." And this brother here, he couldn't understand that everybody knew he was just like a coconut, man. What he would do everything to please the oppressors, man. That's what he would do.
I heard one day he told Mike that you don't want to touch the pork, and he looked at you in disgust.
Yeah. Listen,
he looked at you like, you made me sick to my stomach.
Mike's like, "What's wrong?" He's like, "What's wrong with you?"
I never liked you in that. But that's how it is, man. When you get sometimes, you know what I mean, black managers are destroyed, man. And they see and listen, don't think I'm gonna give you leniency because you're black, I'm not. That's how they see it. They don't want the fact that you're black is gonna make other people say, you know what, Mike actually black too. I don't like that. You're showing the world that yo, he's actually black like you. I don't want that, man. You know what I mean? So it's
you know what? It's funny you say that. You know why? Because was it Thursday? I believe. Yeah. I seen a brother, and he was dressed really smart. So have you ever spoke to a brother, and the way they talk to you is like they're patronizing you in a way.
Calm.
So it's like, yeah, because I've worked in this field for 30 years, and I don't do those little jobs no more. I've worked in this field for 30 years.
Remember the fireman that came to the school?
Yeah.
A fireman came to the school, to the I.S.U.P.K school, installing smoke alarms, and he was giving me a Dagobah lecture, man. He was putting us on. He thought he was doing us a favor. He's like, yeah, man, listen, you guys have to do something in your life, man. You know what I mean? He goes, I can give you a number. You can become a fireman like me, man. 2 years' time, get your mortgage. He's like 2 years' time, get your mortgage. Put some hard work, get yourself a house. Look at me. Look at me. You can drive one of these. You know, fuck you know. Who told him that I was living outside? Where did he get this from? Who told him I was living outside? Somehow, he just knew that I was living outside. I was poor, I was homeless, and he had to help me. And that's not his fault, man. His fault. Listen, man, it's a rough job, but hey, you know, couple years doing this, man, you get one of these. Come on, you must drive one of these. And the car was average. Dagobah, didn't the man even show us his dog? Showed us his pet dog. He goes, listen, I got a boom, boom, boom. He says some name in England. I got a certain Staffordshire. You know what I mean? So, 1 grand 500 dog, man. You know what I mean? I get that. Dagobah go, oh yeah, where you live, man? You wouldn't say. You wouldn't say. If what Dagobah gonna creep in his yard, what area you living? Yes, anyway, my dog's nice. So what area you from? Yeah, anyway, man. Look at my dog, man. It's nice, man. It's a luck. That's what happens, man. You give a brother some money to get bougie, man. It's a luck, yeah.
All the time, man. Like the brother on Thursday, like he had a grin from ear to ear, and he's telling me, yeah, because I don't do them little jobs no more. And yeah, and I'm like the boss, and he's like, guess how much money I bring home a month? I thought it was gonna say like 4 grand. This is what he said to me. He's like 2.1. I was like, oh. I was like he said 2.1. Like I was expecting him to say 5 grand or something. And then he's like, yeah, because so obviously I said to him, so what's it take for someone like me to get a job at your place? I'm taking the piss now at this stage. He's saying, well, you have to work hard and you have to work your way up the ladder. And I'm thinking, fuck this ladder, excuse my French. I'm thinking, forget this whole ladder thing. I ain't got the time for all that nonsense. So that's like, and every black man does it. Like they feel like they get to a certain position. Can't you remember the next time when we went to get the rental?
Oh, the guy, it's mad because I got a rental from him the other day. I got a van, same man, but I don't know if you can recognize me. The same man talking about, yeah, I started off doing tires, you know. And I did this, and I got 1 rental, and 1 rental turned to 2. And you know, you're black niggas. One day you can be on my level. Like, who keeps telling this man that we're living outside Dagobah? They seem to think that we're roadmen and we got no yard. Good man, I'm eating. So lucky.
They seem to think we're not surviving. They seem to think we need this nice beach. Like that man tried to say, because you see me, I started off selling Dunlop tires, and then I kept going, and then now I live in Little Aston. Look at my house. Look at my cameras on my back garden. They'll be showing you all of these things, and they don't know where we live. What? Me and you ain't even asked me what I do for a living. How do you know I'm not a secret millionaire, man? Which is letting you know they're judging you based on your skin color, man. Because they won't go to some white man and just speak to him like he's beneath them. They do it every single time, especially the fireman. Listen, I heard the fireman. The fireman was like, I don't feel sorry for all these women with children. I was like, why not? He's saying, because if they knew they couldn't afford it before they got pregnant, they knew they couldn't afford it before they got pregnant, and they're getting all this money off the council. It's not right. I looked at him like, damn, this guy really hates black people. I looked at him like, just hurry up and fix my fire alarms and leave. I was looking at him like, damn, this guy really hates black people, man. Then he started talking about his whole life. How, yeah, because you're not too old to go to university. And who told you I didn't go to university? How do you know I didn't go to university? Should I wear my graduation hat every day? Should I wear my graduation uniform? Should I throw my hat in the air every 5 seconds? Just so you know that I've gone. Like, how do you know I didn't go to university? You didn't ask me. You're telling me. He's like, and this is the thing. This is what they do to black people, man.
And you know, he went home and told his wife. He's like, yeah, man, I had to school some deadbeat niggas. You know, I'm trying to put them on. I'm trying to put them on. You get me? We're good, man. So like, everywhere I go, people see the beard and the boots and the fringes. You see the people with some bubs, man. We're good, man. It's lucky. And when you ask him, yo, so how much you taking home? It's change, man.
Yeah.
It's change. And they see the thing to come up. General Muhammad said the other day, he said, black people, we're proud to have a job. We're happy to have a job. We said, yo, we got a job. He said, white people protest and go on strike. They ain't happy to have a job. They say, we got a job, and guess what? I want more. I got a job, and guess what? Even though I got a job, I want the aircon fixed, else I'm going to strike. They say, I got a job, but yeah, I'm going to strike unless you up my pay. I'm going to strike unless you start treating me good. We're just happy to get a job done, bro. That's enough for us. White people are not slaves. They're like, damn a job. Listen, I want a job. I don't want to be treated good too. I want a job. I don't want good pay as well. I want a job. I don't want aircon in the summer. I want heating in the winter. We're just happy to have a job. And any man on the job with the most mistreated. I'm pretty sure you work jobs where there's no heating, no aircon. And we just get on with it. You know why? We're just happy to have a job. We're just happy to be working there, man. We work jobs where we got one man doing a 2-man job. And we just do it. You know why? We're just happy to have a job. Not white people though. White people, not only do they get a job, they want to be treated proper at job as well. They'll tell you straight, I ain't doing that. Say, me one must do all that. But anyway, I digress, man. Anything else want to bring out? So luck, yeah. All right, no.
But listen, if I do land me one of them jobs, I might give. Now, so I'll never give that kind of speech. But imagine, like, you see what it is. Now you can give black men motivation, but there's a way to do it, man. You don't. You mustn't. You can't sound proud doing it. Like the way they do it in like almost in like a stunting way. Like they do it in like a patronizing way, man. They do it in a way like, yeah, you're a bum, you got nothing going for you, and I could never be like you, and this is what you need to like. There's a way to do it, man. You can speak to brothers and just say to them, "Get me." While it is, this is the thing. They give us all of these things, but then they never give us the key to the door, man. They never tell us. They never say, you know what? Take this number. This guy will help you do this. They don't ever do that, man. They don't ever say, you know what? Take this number. The first guy that put them on, they don't ever give you his number so you can put yourself on. They don't do that. But what they do, they give you all this talk, and then they don't even tell you where to go to do all of these things. They just tell you because, yeah, I started off doing tires, and then I got a van, and then I done this, and then I done this. But they don't tell you how to do those things. Tell me where to go to start doing tires. Why don't you give me my first tire? Give me my first tire. And then after that, give me 2 tires. They don't do this. They just tell you all of this nonsense and don't help you, man. And that's exactly what they do, man. Whereas, if I'm going to tell you, listen, man, if I'm going to tell you how much money I made off whatever, I'm going to tell you how to make the money also, man. They don't do that. They just tell you and leave it at that and leave you with more questions than answers, man. So, lucky.
Is it me? Every time, I don't know if it's me, but every time they hit me with a number, I'm not impressed. I go, you know what? Because I work hard, you know. And guess what I'm on now? I'm like, what? Yeah, man, I'm on about $2,000 a month. Like, come on, man, that's decent. I'm like, is that how low we are? That like $2,000 a month. The white man out there laughing at both of us, man. Saying, Crawford, you don't make shit. And this man boasting to you don't make shit neither, man. So luck, yeah, man. Boy. So luck.
Like, both how much I'm bringing home after tax. It's like 2.1. like it said 2.1. You could have said 2,100, man. He said 2.1. Like, he said it like it was some big figures that he had to shorten them. And I was thinking, is that all? And he goes that he works 50 hours a week, man.
That's too much hours. Yeah, if you're doing 30 something hours, and that will work. All right, don't go by. You get $2,000 a month, yeah. How much is the average rent?
Average rent is about nowadays about £600. If it's about £700 depending on where you live.
So you got $1 grand free left, yeah. If you got, just to say you got a car, you're paying monthly in the car.
300. You got $1 grand left.
See, not much, man. So come on, and then energy bills and that. Say about what?
Food shopping.
100, 200. It's not much, man. It's a lucky. I don't know why the white man are boasting. Anyway, it's up to man. I don't know.
Buy yourself a little outfit. That's your money gone. So really, not really. What I've realized now is whether you have tons of money or a little bit of money, it all goes the same way. Like the bills is expensive, the rent's expensive. So him saying 2.1, like it's crazy. You pay all this rent money for a house that you're barely in because you're working 50. Imagine you're working 50 hours a week. That's like 10 hours a day.
Imagine you got a nice car, crisp car, nice. Everyone boasts about your car, nice BMW. And guess what? You drive that car to work, and then park it outside work for 9 hours, 10 hours. You know, you guys have a nice house, crisp house, fit carpet, everything, but you're never there. You're always at work. You know what I mean? You think that I'm boasting on these niggas that ain't got it, and really they're better off than you. They got more free, they got more alone time than you do. But yo, Brocket is saying energy bills are 100 plus. Because y'all really impressed out there. What? 100 plus? That's nice. It's more than 100 plus a month, man.
Brocket Allah, one day when one of the energy letters comes, I'm gonna show you how much it is, man. It's expensive.
Where's Langobar? What you say? Empower.
Boy, all I know is it's expensive as could be.
No, I'm asking. And what
provider? Yeah, I believe it's Empower.
What you again? I'm on a couple. I'm on a couple. I don't want to be Empower still. So lucky. Yeah.
I think it might be Empower. All I know is the internet's mad expensive as well, man.
What's the internet
You're paying
version?
all this money for the internet. You're paying £7 for Netflix. They're trying to say that you can't share their account no more. all of that kind of thing, man. Wait, how much is Netflix? £7?
Listen, I share Parasha's. Parasha was kind enough to give me his. You get
It's
me?
gone to £10 a month, actually.
I did it Netflix ages ago, so luck, yeah.
Yeah, Netflix is £10 a month. Amazon Prime's about £8 a month. Spotify's £10 a month. I think Spotify's even gone up. Just imagine all these little things, which is £10. Xbox Game Pass is £11 a month. All these little your phone bill's about £20-30 a month. All these little £20 and £30 is expensive, man.
Mine's 60, but hey, dog, about if you wake yourself up ladder like myself, you know what I mean? You can afford a £60 phone contract, man.
I can get 2.1 off the tax.
You get unlimited data. You get me?
I can get 2.1.
But this is one more.
All I need is a tire. I just need a tire. Give me one tire, and then eventually I'll work my way all the way up the ladder from one tire to 2.1 after tax. So lucky. It sounds great. So lucky.
A dream. I'm gonna get you one last video. So this is a woman saw, man. The woman that I saw, and she's a Muslim, and she was debating a white man on a show. And I saw it, man, and I thought, what a coward, man. In the UPK, we stand by what we believe. In the UPK, we believe that drug dealers are disgusting, and we stand by that, man. We believe that homosexuals are disgusting, and we stand by that, man. We believe that what child molesters are disgusting, and we stand by that, man. Because homosexuals are getting power now, you should have heard this Muslim, man, stuttering and spluttering. And I thought, listen, this is why we can't be no Muslim, man. They don't believe in what they teach. They're scared of the LGBTQ community. We ain't, man. The Bible says what? If a man lie down with mankind, it's an abomination. And you can ask me that, I'll tell you straight, man. But if you're a Muslim, this is what they teach. Lucky, let me get this real quick before we move on. Oh shit, can I even find it? 2 secs. Bear me a second. Let me know when you've seen it. All right. You seen it yet?
I can just see the girl on there.
All right, cool. I'll play it now.
Yeah. You describe it as unnatural.
Absolutely.
So what's I'm unnatural?
Well, according to Muslims and Islam, we believe.
No, I'm asking you.
Yeah.
I'm asking you.
I don't believe you are.
Ah, but I'm homosexual. I've been up for 40 years.
I believe the act of it is. So, because we believe in like sins.
You're talking about sex.
Yes. So it's the act of it.
But sexuality is about much more than sex, Bushra.
Is it?
Yeah, of course it is. It's about I'm in love with somebody, and it's not about I'm in love with him because of of our sex. I mean for all sorts of other factors, which is why.
Well, he is fabulous.
And he is fabulous, but it's why I say, I mean, when you got married to James, it wasn't because of the sex, presumably. You loved him for many reasons.
And also because you know, babies. It was about having babies. Yeah. But it's more about our relationship with God, and it's the relationship with our faith. Because we believe in Islam, or whether you're Christian or Catholic,
look at this, man. This is a coward, man. This is a coward. She don't believe in what she believes in. She's giving safe answers. She's watching her words carefully. She don't believe in what she says she believes in, man. Listen, you ask any of these warriors in the I.S.U.P.K, man, do you agree with homosexuality? We will tell you no, man. You ask us, is it abomination? We'll say yes. This Muslim right here, listen, why should I be a Muslim when they're scared, man? They're scared of the people with the numbers. They're scared of the people in power. They're scared to say, yo, listen, that is wrong. She say, I believe that the act. Listen, man, homosexuality is wrong according to God, right, man. According to the Bible, man. You can ask any of these soldiers in UPK the same thing. I will tell you to your face, man. You carry on being a Muslim. These men are petrified, man. She's scared of telling the truth. It's like you don't go bar, man. 2 minutes.
That's it, man. Listen, even as the sisters in here, they'll tell you, man. They'll tell you, yo, it's wrong. She's on there scared to say it, man. Listen, the sooner you stop being scared to say it, the sooner they'll stop living this disgusting lifestyle, man. Now they know imagine this. They're not ashamed to live this lifestyle knowing it's wrong. They have a thing called gay pride, knowing it's wrong. And you're afraid to tell them, look, that lifestyle's wrong. I think we're about the only people on the planet that actually stick to what we say. Like what you'll find is everybody else, one day they will say it, and then once the world starts to do it, then they no longer say it, man. I see why Lot was vexed, man. Lot's at his window, looking at his window, seeing men holding hands and all of those kinds. I see why Lot's vexed, man. Lot had to keep the blinds shut, man. Listen, Lot had to keep the blinds and the windows shut because all these homosexuals walking past this house, holding hands, and the rest of the world okaying it, and he's the only one in this city against it. Listen, man, we against that lifestyle too. They need to put us on one of these podcasts, but they won't do it, man, because they don't want the truth. Put someone in a podcast, you're gonna get the 100% truth, man.
That's right.
You're gonna find out it's wrong. You're gonna have to be editing the clips, man. You're gonna have to be editing the clips, trying to block out what we're saying, but we're gonna tell you the truth, man. We don't care who you are. We're just gonna tell you what's true, and either you're gonna accept it or you're not. So, okay.
No, absolutely. All scared, giving safe answers. No. I'm not saying you are, but he said, man, if you believe it, say it, man. Say it. At least I have respect for a man that says it. I got respect for racist white people that hate black people. I got respect for them, man. I ain't got respect for white people that, behind closed doors say, I got some good black friends. I respect you, man. I respect people that stand on what they believe in. This woman stuttering and spluttering and the whole nine, man. So let me get one more done about before we cut. So luck, yeah. I know about hates to go overtime, We won't go probably 5 minutes. 5 minutes maximum. So this is Trevor Nelson. Trevor Nelson, and this is Big Nasty. Trevor Nelson is interviewing Big Nasty, and this is what he asked Big Nasty. So luck, yeah. Let me know if you can hear it good. You seen it yet?
No. It's loading. Yeah, it's on now.
All right, 2 seconds.
If I said to you, what's the most beautiful thing about hip hop?
The beautiful thing about hip hop was taking a predominantly black cultured music and identity and turned it into a binary color spanner and made it a worldwide entity where every race, color, and creed can feel represented. I mean, that's how Bob Marley would have loved and dreamed of. So last year.
Damn. And that's the worst thing about hip hop. He said the best thing about hip hop is that it was something black and we give it to the world. That's the worst thing about hip hop, man. Let me tell you something. Bruce Lee used to do kung fu. It's a fact. And Chinese people's pissed that Bruce Lee taught kung fu to regular Americans, man. They was pissed. But black people, we're happy that everyone raps. We're happy that everyone's in our culture. We're happy that everyone got cane rolls and braids. And we're happy that people break dance and dance with us. That is the worst thing that can happen, man. When you read the book of Maccabees, Judas Maccabee said what? He said he cried when he saw Gentiles in the city, man. Today, we're happy because black people are multicultural. Our ends is multicultural. We accept all people. Judas Maccabee said that he mourned when he saw heathens in our land. He mourned when he saw heathens in Jerusalem, man. It's not a good thing when you see white people rocking your culture. It's not a good thing when you see Chinese people copying you, imitating you, man. Hip hop is a black thing. Came from the ghettos, man. Why? Because black people's oppressed. And because we're oppressed, we made music about oppression, man. And now the fact that a white man can pick up a mic, that is a disgusting thing, man. We should cry because of that, man. The fact that Eminem is considered one of the best rappers of all time, we should cry because of that, man. The fact that Central C can rap and be considered one of the best rappers to come out of the UK. When people are actually been trying for years, man. Mega Man, Soul Solid Crew, Jungle Music, Grime Music, Wiley, Gigs, all these men can't make the money that Central C is making. We should be crying because of this, man. It's a terrible thing when a white man takes our culture, when a Chinese man takes our culture. It's lucky, man.
I think while it is, Big Nasty's trying to be smart because he's got a restaurant overseas, right? I think he's got a restaurant in. Where's his restaurant? Is it in Greece or somewhere?
Spain or one of them European
Ibiza or somewhere. I think it's the first Caribbean restaurant at Ibiza or somewhere. So he probably just wants to get his money up. But imagine he said something which was predominantly black and it's beautiful because it's shared worldwide. Listen, man, everybody steals our culture. Listen, black people should be pissed off that Burna Boy has the #1 album in the country, man. Burna Boy has the #1 album in the country. when that number one album that number one UK album should belong to Stylo G. Slovakia. Stylo. Listen, Stylo G should have that shit. Listen, you see what it is? Stylo G is not too bad, you know.
Not even gigs. Not even gigs. That's a Stylo G.
Listen, that number one spot belongs to Stylo G, man. Stylo G's been trying from Channel U from the My Youth tune, man. Stylo G had the tune. What was it? My Youth.
Called My Youth.
Listen, Stylo G had the tune called My Youth from Channel U days, man. And all now Stylo G can't get a number one. Stylo G can't get a number one till this day, man. And Burna Boy is number one for stealing black culture, man. What Burna Boy's done is he's basically mixed the brothers sound in America, and then he's mixed the brothers sound in the Caribbean, and he's also mixed the brothers sound in the UK. So he's tried to combine all three, and then he's added 5% Afro beats, and now he's got the number one album in the country. This is what people are saying, that Burna Boy is. They call him, what do they call him? The something giant, the African giant.
Giant, they call him.
They call him the African giant. And J. Cole the other day compared him to Tupac, man. He said,
I know that hurt you, Dagobah.
Listen, that hurt me, man.
You know what I don't know? Dagobah, a Tupac fan. Biggest Tupac fan. Listen, if Tupac was alive, listen, Dagobah would be the biggest fan, you get me?
Listen, I'm at every concert. So when I'm seeing that they compared Burna Boy to Tupac, I said, damn, we need to stop doing this, man. Our great brothers and all of these things, we comparing Burna Boy to them. Burna Boy is not that great, man. What you'll have is a lot of Burna Boy's sound is Caribbean music, man.
God.
Burna Boy goes to Jamaica, and they treat him like he's a god. Why? Because our people are so brainwashed that they believe that African man is the original man. Or now the African man can't win a race, man. Or now the African man can't win one race, man. All he wins is races that nobody else does.
Decent Jamaican man that was competing in the long jump. And this nigga did a jump. This nigga flew long jump. This nigga flew. Listen, Slack, I got a video real quick. It flew. I saw him fly. I said, listen, this is sons of God, man. I said, this is the sons of God. Listen, never in history have I saw a nigga fly. This nigga flew. This nigga had wings. Let me see if I can find it, man.
When the Lord said they're gonna run at wars like mighty men, I seen this man. I said, damn, I believe it. That is enough proof for me. Did you see how far he flew? And he didn't even plan to do it.
Let me see if I can find it. This is probably one of my cousins, Dagobah. Probably one of my cousins, you know. It's a brother here. He might be the wrong video. Let me see. The man flew. You see me here with the Netflix. 2023, so it must be him.
Yeah, it's him.
That's him, man. Was that him, Dagobah?
Yeah, that's him.
He probably flew, man. He said no human being could jump that far, man.
But you see what it is? It was jumping up. So it was jumping, so you didn't really see it.
Oh, skipping. You mean jumping? Is it skipping like?
Yeah, skipping.
I got bad internet today. Excuse me. Just we got to switch from N-Power, man. This N-Power shit ain't working. Let me see. Anyway, fuck it. Let's wrap up anyway. But anyway, this brother, man, was supernatural, man. This man flew. He had wings, man. So lucky. Yeah. Anything else talking about for wrap up? Yeah, we're done now.
Remember, we got a feast day September 15th. The sisters is gonna put a Caribbean spin, which is next week, which is Friday coming next Friday. The sisters is gonna put a spin on a roast. Craft, they're gonna put a spin on a roast.
We're having roast.
That's
We're having
what we're
the are we having the mutton pie now?
They don't want to try it yet.
Come on, man.
But that mutton pie would be good. Imagine you dip some chips on that mutton pie.
If I fund it here, would you cook the mutton pie? Is it the cost, or is it the fact that they don't take the risk?
They don't. They're saying but I'm trying to warm them up to doing it. We need the mutton pie, the oxtail pie, the pepper steak pie. What other pie can we have? The curry chicken pie. Cow foot pie. I'm trying to have everything. You don't want the cow foot pie?
Cow foot's jelly, man. It's nasty as fuck. Cow foot's nasty, man.
Nah, man. This is good for you, man.
This is Jamaican food that's nasty, but write it down, yeah? This is Jamaican disgusting food, yeah? Cow foot, chicken foot, okra, slimy as fuck, man. What else is nasty? I can't think. The okra's
that nasty stuff used to force you to eat kidney and liver. That's disgusting, man.
Cow foot's nasty. Kidney's nasty as shit. Yam, I don't fuck with yam. You know what? Yam ain't too bad actually. Yam got taste.
Nah, yam don't taste like nothing, man.
Yeah, I give yam a blight.
No, I don't like it. I don't really like green banana.
The green banana's alright still. You cook green banana with skin on there?
I don't cook it at all. It's horrible. There's one thing I'm not. Green banana is horrible, man. What else is horrible? Pumpkin's horrible.
Nah, pumpkin soup slaps. If pumpkin slaps, you can't go there. Don't go there.
Pumpkin's horrible, man.
Peanut punch is nasty. Peanut punch is nasty.
Nah, peanut punch is kind of fire, man.
Cornmeal porridge is nasty, man. I like oats. Cornmeal's nasty.
Yeah, I think oats is better still.
Oats is, you know what I mean? Cornmeal cake. No, the cornmeal pudding. One of them's nasty anyway.
What about banana porridge?
Is it oats though? Is it oats that I can work with it? But if it's cornmeal.
Nah, green banana in it?
Nah, disgusting. Disgusting slack, yeah.
Nah, man, I reckon it's kind of fry, you know.
What else?
You know what?
Cane as well. I don't like cane no more, man. Cane's nasty.
Yeah,
man.
sugar cane's horrible still.
Horrible, man. Ugh.
Coconut's horrible as well.
Coconut's disgusting.
Yeah.
Now coconut rice is nice, but coconut the water is nasty.
Karafia, we're showing that we Gentiles.
Guava.
Watch this and say these like Gentiles.
Guava, nasty. Jackfruit, nasty. Some of them only punch up.
Sea moss, nasty.
Sea moss is nasty, man.
Irish moss, nasty.
That's nasty, but carrot juice slaps though.
Yeah,
carrot juice is bad, but Irish moss is nasty, man.
Well, it is in here. We don't call it sexy juice. We call it tropical juice. It's tropical juice in here. You can't go to a shop and ask a man for sexy juice. It's just you can't look a man in the face and say, "Can I have a sexy juice?" You only do that if it's a sister behind the counter. So lucky. If it's a man behind the counter, you say, "Can I have not the carrot juice, the other one? Just call it the other one. Just call it the other one with the pineapple in there." I think it's
bad. Before I came to the truth, I said that. I told my mum, listen, I can't. She goes, go get a sexy juice. I can't ask for sexy juice. She goes, why? I go, I can't look at mine in the eye and say, "Yo, give me some sexy juice." You get me? She thought I'd being stupid. You get me? Well, all right, listen, but yeah, man. Call it Benjamites. We don't fuck with it all. We don't fuck with all Benjamite food. Some of them is nasty, man. But
what about
yeah, I fuck with Cali still. It slaps.
You know what? It's horrible. The corned beef, man. That's full of salt, man. Full of salt. Even though there's no salt in it. Even though
it's
no
nasty. Corned beef is nasty, but sometimes I do like it still. I probably once a year eat corned beef. I ain't like.
No, you gotta dip. Well, you gotta dip the hardo bread in there. You see if you got it with hardo bread.
Happy white rice and corn still.
Get me? I remember when I remember being young and poor. You have corned beef with some sweet corn in there.
Yeah, it's nasty as well. Breadfruit, man.
Yeah, that's nasty. Bread pudding was fire though. How you make that with gone-off bread?
Yeah, bread pudding is nasty.
Nah, man. Listen, my grandma must have had a ton of gone-off bread then. Cause we had bread pudding like every week, man. It wouldn't surprise you, but she might as well have put the digestives in there. She had so much gone-off biscuits in the kitchen. And the biscuits soft. The biscuits soft. The biscuits are soft.
You know that soft biscuits, yo.
Yeah, you have to spit the whole thing out, man. Like grandma, man, yo. You gotta look at your grandma like grandma, yo. I remember the biscuits were soft as hell, man.
You ever looked in the biscuit tin? You think some biscuits, look in there, and there's fucking seasoning shit in there. You think, man, it break your heart. But this I got stop, man. But listen, that's the 144th episode of On the Ends, man. Make sure you come through next week. We're here every single week, man. You know what I mean? We got the trip coming up, the I.S.U.P.K UK trip. Commanding General YAHANNA is coming to the UK in 21 days, man. Make sure you land. You're going to be in Scotland, Edinburgh Castle, where King James was born. King James is a black man that helped to preserve the Bible. Make sure you reach, man. It's coming quick, man. Make sure you get make sure you come to the King James Castle. £200 a fee per head. Food, vibes, the whole nine, man. Make sure you reach, man. Book that flight, man.
Right.
Book that flight. Listen, even if you pour to save up enough money for the flight, at least we'll sort the rest out. Just book that flight, man. Make sure you reach, man. Come through, man. Anything you want to say, Dangobar?
And like Ahaba said, donate to the GoFundMe, man. Like I said, we take all currencies, man. Take dollars, pounds, rupees. What else do we take? Whatever you got, man. You heathens, you donate some money, man. All the money you got belongs to us anyway. You donate some money, man. You can't come, but obviously you donate some money, man. You put some money in that GoFundMe. We need to get that GoFundMe up, man, so we can have a whale of a time. The food is going to be excellent. The brotherhood and sisterhood is going to be excellent, man. Everybody's going to be there. Every brother from the UK is going to be there. The generals is coming over. The captains, the brothers, the sisters. It's going to be an excellent trip. If I was you, I would get down there, man. We're going to be all up in Edinburgh Castle. Imagine, man. We're going to be the first set of black men in Edinburgh Castle since a couple 100 years ago, man. We're going to be all up in the castle, all up in every room, man. Listen, you come on down, man. You see the Dark Ages. The Dark Ages is returning, man. See how much brothers was here during the Dark Ages? The Dark Ages is making its return, man. I'm telling you, when I'm in that castle, I'm speaking nothing but Old English, man. Salakia. I'm going to start speaking Old English, man. I'm going to start saying, how is thou? And all of those kind of things, man. I'm going to speak, listen, I'm working on my Old English from now, Karafi. Listen, I ain't speaking no new English. I'm speaking all Old English that whole duration of the trip, Salakia.
That's right. But yeah, man, make sure you reach, man. Tell them to be lit. The kids, the wives, the brothers, the generals, captains, troopers, officers. Just I'm there. You know, it's up to you. If you don't want to be there, then it's up to you. But I know what I'm gonna be, man. You know what I mean? But with that, say Shalom will be here next week, man. You know what I mean? Fawada after Dangabar for coming through. Fawada for Barak Ya Allah, you know what I mean? Hawaba, Yeesh, Nakapaya, Shalpa, everyone in the chat, man. You know what I mean? Like, share, subscribe. Please, to our GoFundMe to send a tenner, a $5 if you can. Is it possible? Send a $5? Send a £5 or $5, anything. You know what I mean, to help push this thing, man. You know
Please,
what I mean?
You donate what you can, because we ain't on this 2.1. If it was on this 2.1, we ain't on this 2.1, so you donate to that GoFundMe. When we're on that 2.1, we'll stop asking. So luck you.
With that, Shalom, man.
Commanding General YAHANNA will be doing the opening of the Feast of Tabernacles in King James Castle. Finally, the truth about King James, a black man who helped to preserve and safeguard the Bible. Live September 29th, 2023. Commanding General YAHANNA live at King James Castle in Scotland. Come on down and support the I.S.U.P.K. UK. Lift the glass, come and join the brotherhood and drink with the ancient as we celebrate and keep the Feast of Tabernacles for our King Yahawashah in King James Castle. Bringing his crew of heavy hitters. Commanding General YAHANNA will put 12 chill General Mahaiman scripture breakdown class up against anyone, against any biblical scholar, untested, unchallenged, I.S.U.P.K. undefeated. Leviticus chapter 23, the Feast of Tabernacles in a black man's castle, hosted in Scotland, the United Kingdom, UK. Commanding General YAHANNA will be doing the opening of the Feast of Tabernacles in King James Castle, Thursday, September 28th, Scripture Breakdown class. Friday, September 29th, there will be a King James Castle tour, also a Johnny Walker Distillery tour, and Friday night, the opening of the Feast of Tabernacles. Saturday, September 30th, we will have camp on the streets of England. Sunday, October 1st, the UK Cookout. Monday, October 2nd, the Warwickshire Castle Tour. I.S.U.P.K. under Commanding General YAHANNA at King James Castle in England. This is an absolutely monumental, historical event. Wam Yasha'Allah.
Want us to stop. But man, don't we deserve a shot? Don't we deserve a shot to be the Lord's people? Israel, let's do it!